Alright everybody, Matt Cynner here, and it is gig time. Tonight I'm performing over at Newport Social Club in Newport, out in Melbourne's West. This is my third time performing at this venue, so I know what the vibe is like. Pokies, palmies and pub rock. Let's get the show started. Okay, so I'm about to start setting up now, so it's fairly busy so far. So if history repeats itself, the last couple of times I performed here, it was busy during my first two sets and then it's quietened down during my third set. So I'm probably going to play some more fun and exciting stuff, probably my best stuff during my first two sets, and then during the third set I'll just mellow it out and just play some more relaxing stuff. It's a good thing that I've started using my tablet as a drum machine, because one of the things I was asked to do for today's gig was to also provide the house music. So I'm going to have the house music coming out of my tablet, out of my PA as well, which is good. You would prefer that power, because the amount of times I've done gigs at places where, you know, I would wait for one of the bartenders to turn off the house music, you know, before my set's about to start, and I'm just sort of standing around waiting awkwardly. You know, I give them the thumbs up saying, hey, I'm ready to go, and they just sort of wave at me like, hi, and they go back to doing what they were doing. So now I won't have to have that issue, so now I have all the power, and that's good. It's not a bad spot here, you know, it's not too busy, not a lot of traffic. It's convenient because there is a train station nearby, so if you don't want to get an Uber, you can always catch a train ride back home if you had too much to drink. Definitely a lot of dudes here, a lot of tradies, a lot of people coming out of work. You know, when you play a gig like this, you're not here to be center stage, you're not here to command attention, you're just sort of there to be there in the ambience of the room. And you're there to sort of make people feel better about their favorite team losing.
Hey, you know you're all the same.
Okay, so it's going well so far. I've had one dude, he's a little bit tipsy, but he's been singing to every single song that I've been playing, which is good, and I've had a couple of people dancing to some of the songs that I've been playing as well. So it's a good vibe so far, you know, people are getting into what I'm doing. Even though you're not supposed to be center stage in a place like this, you are supposed to blend in with the background. Still, you know, it's one of those moments when people are singing along and people are dancing to your music. It's like lightning in a bottle, so, you know, it's a very rare occurrence for something like that to happen in a place like this, which is good. There are still some people around. I don't think they're going to leave anytime soon, which is a good sign. But look, even if you're playing into an empty room, it will sort of give you the chance to sort of play and rehearse material that you don't get to play that often. That's one of the benefits about playing to an empty room. It's like kind of like a paid rehearsal, you know? Because it's one thing to sort of play some of these songs when you're at home, when you're in your bedroom and all that kind of stuff, or when you're in your studio. But it's another thing when you're playing those songs with your equipment and your PA and all that kind of stuff set up, you know? You sort of get to test the waters on, like, how do you feel about that song? How much work does it need? Are you still into the song enough to sort of work on it really hard? There are some songs where like it just clicks like that, like I can pick it up straight away, and there are just some songs out there, whether it's covers or originals, doesn't matter, but there's still some songs out there where it's like you really need to work really hard on them. How can you connect with them? How can you deliver them in certain environments? You know, these are all things that, you know, musicians, at least most musicians, do have to go through and, you know, should really consider.
She said, shut up, get down. dance with me. This woman is my destiny. Oh, shut up and dance, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. Oh, shut up and dance with me. I got your glass in half an hour. Oh, she rocks. Kids and tube socks. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't give a damn about me. 'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Ooh.
Alright, so that's the second set done. Definitely the best set of the night. I don't know how the third set's going to compare, because now I'm just going to be playing all mellow stuff, but it's good. It's definitely the best night that I've played here so far. Yeah, people are singing and dancing along. I do wish I brought a second camera with me, but it's just one more item that I got to worry about. And I mean, even leaving this one, I'm actually using my phone. I'm actually not using a proper camera, but even just leaving this one exposed and just waiting for some drunk person to knock it over. I mean, that's already one thing to worry about. So, but look, it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. I might even invest in buying a GoPro. Probably something to look at. But yeah, anyway, it's a good night so far. We'll just mull it out because it's going to be closing time soon. So I think that's probably a style that they're going to appreciate. So we'll play some chilled songs now and make sure that everybody's sort of nice, set, getting ready to go home. And yeah.
We don't need nothing or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeats, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk, the one in, and all the lights that lead us there, not there. 'Cause there are many things that I would like to say to you. I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
Alright, and that's the end of the set, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It was actually a good set, surprisingly. There was two people that were actually sitting pretty close to my spot, and they were getting into it so much. One of the ladies started crying when I started playing Chasing Cars. She actually pulled out a phone and she was like, I could see from a distance she was staring at some pictures, so clearly that song had made an impact on her. And although I appreciated it, and I've never actually had that happen to me before, during a set, like somebody crying to a song that I was playing. So After that, I had to quickly change mood, and I started playing Journey, Don't Stop Believing, and it immediately lifted the mood, and she started to get a spark again. So yeah, it was fun. I've never had that happen to me before, so that was very, very fun and a unique experience for me for sure. Yeah, definitely check this place out. It does have a very nice vibe, very nice crowd that comes down, and yeah, thank you so much to Newport Social for allowing me to play here. I really dig the venue, I really dig the vibe here. It's very cool, and yeah, thank you so much to everybody who stuck around and watched the video. I had a fun time, and yeah, be sure to stick around for the next vlog. Anyway, my name is Cynner. Stay out of trouble.